moment of transparency. Like, I had time to listen to the Gunna album. Like, I could have listened to it. I could have been like, yeah, it's cool. I like these songs, this song. Nah, like, I didn't want to listen to it. But it's like, it gave, it's...
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey. Oh my God. I'm so high, it's like July. Say how you feel with the clothes you got. So everybody think I'm rude when I walk by. I ain't like these niggas need to separate. No matter what you do, people still gonna hate. People still gonna hate.
Fellas. No Label the Pod, episode 26. How y'all boys doing today, man?
Living good, feeling good.
Feeling great.
Living good.
Beautiful outside, man.
Great day to be alive, man. Just like every day.
Sure.
So mentally, physically, everybody good?
Yeah, man.
100%, 90%?
Clear-minded.
Hundo.
I'm on like 99.8 right now.
Yeah.
What's good with the point two, bro?
Point two, I got a little assignment, a little turn in, know what I'm saying?
I thought school was over.
Exactly. I thought it was too.
Damn, I do not miss that.
I mean, it's already done. I just gotta put the little send on it, put some little send on it. We should be straight.
Right.
Heard. You gonna get an A+, right?
We gonna get what
We're not accepting anything less.
We gonna get it done.
That's all that matter.
Done.
Do your best, that's all.
What's your boys' vibes been for the week, man? I wouldn't say did a lot of music release?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say
I only been listening to one thing.
It was a lot of releases, for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't get to a lot.
It was a lot of releases.
Yeah, Dave, what you was fucking with?
As of late, to be honest, I haven't really been listening to a lot of things that have been releasing. I've still been on my old school wave, to be completely honest.
I feel you.
But out of the new, only Gunna. Pretty much. Wanna. That was no skips to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I already know. But pretty much that. But as of that, like, I've been sticking to more of the old school. Kind of went down memory lane with like Bobby V. I love he plays some Bobby V. Bobby V, y'all.
That rim.
Sad face. But the man had, I was like,
Bobby
man,
V's
bangers,
bro.
Bangers.
Yeah,
And he's
bro.
one of the rappers of the short game. You feel me? He was one of the pioneers.
Yeah, I remember I found out he was like 5'3".
Yeah, short as hell.
Yo, whenever I
But Diesel.
that's what I'm saying. Whenever I find out like artists' height, I be so shocked, bro. Because I don't be realizing that they're like as short as they are.
Right.
Like when I found out Nicki Minaj was like 5 foot, bro. I'm like, she walking around with all that ass, she 5 foot?
That would
Crazy.
be weird.
Well, yeah. So what else she was bumping?
But yeah, Gunna as well. Man, it's so much. Cool in the Gang, for sure. Ro James, Fugees, just a lot of hitters, man. I can't even. It's so many.
You listen to old Ro James?
Yeah,
The older one?
Yeah.
Put something in the chat, because I was listening to his new one. They got a project about to come out.
Yeah.
I was listening to the new one, and he always give me like, he give me a song that I really like, and then he'll sample a older song that I like the older song more than the song he made. And I was like, I don't know if I should keep listening to him, but
That's his guy.
I mean,
send me some of his old shit.
I got you for sure. But I also put Drake on shuffle, like just his whole
Jersey catalog.
Bro.
You could be listening for the whole day.
Oh my god, it was crazy. It was like he doesn't miss. Like, I was just so like set back. I was like, yo, let me really see if I don't, like, I'm gonna put my phone down, see if I don't press skip or anything. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't. They were all like great, so did that, and But what about y'all?
Price.
I see, man. Obviously, I've been playing that Gunna. I'm playing Kyle's new single. It's called What It Is. The joint's fire. I've been playing that Ty Fontaine 1800 album. Shout outs to Internet Money.
Other than that, I've just been playing that Trippie Redd and Party Next Door single. And then I was listening to Mos Def, Black on Both Sides recently.
Okay.
Other than that, man, just Gunna. And did I say the 1975?
Well,
Yeah.
now you did.
Yeah. But yeah, their new album just came out. It's called Notes on a Conditional Form.
Heard you.
That's more like alternative, but it's wavy.
I still haven't listened to the Tame album.
Yeah.
It's some nice weather
Bro,
outside.
I'm going to though. Like that's the thing.
That's
I'm
nice
going
weather.
to.
Play that. Play that outside.
You should play that like when you do shrooms.
Oh shit.
Well, I don't know if I'll be doing drugs, buddy.
If you were to ever try it.
Got you.
That's in another dimension right there. Is playing some Tame.
Oh yeah, boy. They just had an experience.
You just standing on the fucking moon.
Right, for sure. Shit. I've been listening to a lot of like tapping back into the old shit. Like, what I listen to Large Professor and his group. Fucking Main Source. What else was I listening to? What's the name? I was trying to get in the mood for that versus battle with Bounty Hunter and Beanie Man.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah,
I seen some of the recap, like 15 minutes.
Who you think won?
I don't know.
Weren't they on the same live like performing together?
That shit was dope. I like that.
That's probably everybody was like, "This is what Teddy Riley was trying to do."
Yeah, that shit was dope, and their music was mad clear too. So it was like, they did that shit right. So yeah, I had me a nice little Caribbean playlist going.
Yeah, there's a couple versus joints this week.
Oh, Jagged Edge and 112 tomorrow.
Word?
Yep.
Damn.
That joint gonna be
I
nice.
gotta tune in for that one.
That joint gonna be
What time
nice.
is that one?
7. I think they always going for like 7.
Where do you go? Switch Beats Instagram?
Versus TV. Versus TV. They normally like have them on the flyers and stuff.
I gotta
So,
check that one.
where they catch them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to follow that page because I don't be tapping. I just be
bro.
hearing it last minute.
Yo, Pete. So I'm looking at the verses. I'm like, what do you look? Because when I first looked at them, it was like 23,000. That was before the series like started picking up. Bro, I looked at them before the this most recent one with Beanie Man. That shit was at like 600K. I'm like, okay, that shit growing.
That shit gonna hit a million next week.
Bruh, it's at $1 million right now.
Oh, word?
Then like 3 days later, I'm like, yo, you got 300,000 followers.
Damn.
In a day? That's crazy. I was like, yo, that's
So
nuts.
just based off of that battle.
Yes, bro. They got
So that's that was probably a lot of international fans then.
Yeah, international, the Caribbean,
Yeah.
all of them. Like, bro, he got 300,000 followers that quick. So I was like, yo, that's incredible. I've been listening to Terrace Martin, a lot of Terrace Martin. Like he been going crazy this year. He dropped like 3-4 projects this year already.
I had to tune in.
Yo, these joints is like good shit. Like he has some where he got some that's just instrumentals, some when another project where it's him like doing his type of R&B. Then he got other ones where he's like pretty much like all features. He got a project with what's the dude? I think it's Rick Wilson. Yep. Yeah, the most recent one he just dropped was Impendence, IMPE Dance EP. That joint is hard. I'm like, yo, Terrace is going crazy this year. So like that's mostly what I've been listening to. I kind of no lie, I've been like staying away from Gunna though.
Why?
I never listened to it. Yeah, intentionally. Like I was like, I'm looking for anything new other than Gunna because I just
Why?
I did not.
Well, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Man, that was so funny as hell.
I didn't want to listen to it.
And see.
Anyways, yo, how come you didn't want to? Nah, we'll talk about it later.
We did get into it.
So I've been listening to the Gunna heavy. So I've been listening to One a lot. Rod Wave dropped a single, and he's been dropping something like every other week as far as singles, projects. But that joint is tough. Yeah, I say like Friday and Saturday, all I was listening to was the Gunna. I didn't really get to listen to other projects or singles and stuff until like Saturday night and like today a little bit. I listened to Key Glock new joint, Son of a Gun.
Oh yeah, I listened to some of that.
Yeah. I was bumping. What else was I bumping? I'm trying to see. I got to listen to Moneybag's deluxe version for Time Served. That joint's alright. I've been bumping the Future a lot still. I've been bumping that new Migos single, Racks Too Skinny. That joint's hard,
NBA?
bro.
Really?
Nah. This is the one that came out the week before that. But the one with NBA is tough too. But Racks Too Skinny.
You see, they say they might not call their new shit Culture 3.
Yeah.
I like that.
Why? Because the culture got to be outside.
Probably. I don't
Be
know.
outside the experience.
Well, the real culture is outside, bro.
Real culture is outside.
I'm just saying. I've been bumping that Soul Root EP still. Mr. Deion James.
Salute.
This cat named Rory, he's a R&B artist. He got an EP called Say. I've been bumping. I'll put it in the chat. Y'all might fuck with him.
I heard of him somewhere.
He signed to Dream Chasers. But he's got a lot of like big placements on other shit too. I think he was on some soundtrack for like a big movie recently. I can't remember what it was though.
You know where he from?
Nah, I'd have to look it up. And I've been bumping the Conway joint because it's on streaming now. So him and Big Ghost LP, No One Mourns the Wicked. I've been bumping that. And it's this Florida artist called Hot Boy. I just bumped his recent project, Cut the Fan On. Actually, you remember that? I'm talking to Dion. You remember that the video I played of the dudes? They had like mad guns, and he had like that crazy hair. And I was like, yo, bro, where it look like he from? We was both like Florida. Bro, he's actually, I ain't gonna hold you. He's actually good. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Word.
Yeah, that's what I've been bumping. I didn't finish the project. I got to like track 7, but it's a couple of joints I definitely like.
Word. That's what's good.
So yeah, y'all want to get what y'all want to get into first?
We can stick with the music. Let's stick with the music.
Go straight to the wanna.
Gonna.
Alright, now if you didn't want to listen to it, bro, first and foremost.
Yeah, I thought you didn't listen, man.
I watched the video.
Oh.
I watched the video, bro.
So after you watched that video, you were like, I'm not.
I was like, I'm definitely not. I ain't gonna front. Like the song was okay. Like was pretty good, but it's like he put the lyrics at the bottom of the video. So I'm reading the lyrics and I'm like, why did he put the lyrics down here? Because now I just think he's dumb. Like he was.
Wait.
The lyrics.
Why did you think he was dumb?
Because the lyrics that he was saying, like I'm not listening. I'm not paying attention to the melody. None of that. Like looking at the lyrics and I'm reading at the bottom of the screen. I'm like, I would be like, what? If I put it on mute, like I'd be like, huh? But like his melody, his melody's on point. Like the vibe is there, the beat is there. Like where you fly, I'm dope. Word.
Yeah. So you beating around the bush. Why did you refuse to listen to the Gunna? Just answer that question. That's all I want to know.
I got a whole philosophy on it. Me and my brother was talking about it today. Like, because like I told him like I didn't listen to it, and like he didn't listen to it yet. So he's gonna listen to it. And it's like my philosophy on it is like, all right, so you know how Atlanta rappers they be on their melodic swag, right? Mm-hmm. So it really don't matter. It really don't matter what the fuck they saying. It's gonna be something they're gonna do jewelry reference, car reference, clothes. Know what I mean, some bitches. Know what I mean, selling some.
Which is most of rap, but continue.
Yeah, facts. So they butter it up with their melodies and the beats. So I'm like, okay, but like I've been spending a lot more time with my niece, and I'm noticing like people like when you remember like nursery, like how come you remember nursery rhymes? Because of the melody. It's all rhythmic, melodic, they catchy. It don't matter what the fuck they're saying. Mm-hmm. You're not even paying attention to the words. The melody is on point. That's why kids love it. So it's like, to me, it's like I don't want to listen to music that's only melodic and that has zero substance behind it. Nah, but because I'm not a kid.
No, but this is his album that definitely has substance. Like, what do you consider substance though first?
Substance is substance. So what is it? Am I going to take something away from this and be like, wow, I'm a better person? Is this growing me?
Or would substance be, okay, I could understand that. But what if say for instance, you listen to him and you learned more about Gunna that you didn't know before because of the music that he just put out? Would you consider that substance?
It to an extent, but my thing is with him, like he don't do much interviews. He don't talk much. He seemed like quiet, reserved dude.
He's been doing a lot of interviews lately.
Yeah, I'll look, but like I'm not like.
I probably watched about 3 Gunna interviews this week, and it's a lot more that I didn't. I'm probably not gonna watch.
I'm like he doesn't make me want to listen to his interviews. Like I feel like he wouldn't have substance.
Well,
Even in it. Hey,
better watch one to see.
So do you like Lil Baby?
No, not really. I like him as a person. I don't like his. I don't listen to.
So do you?
So that type of music just isn't.
Yeah,
It's not. It's really not. It's like I get it. It has its place. Like, but that's what I listen to. Like, no, not really. Not at the house chilling.
Alright. So what do you think of it, Dion?
I fucking loved it, man. I mean, for me though, I just love it because I love Weezy. Like, Weezy's my favorite producer. Like, I learned a lot about making beats from him, and watching the doc that came out with this, and like just seeing Weezy actually get his credit. You know what I mean? Like, cause he been making beats for a while. Like before you heard like the Weezy Out of Here, tag, but like him, I just think Gunna, like him. You know, Turbo and like
Turbo's my
like Taurus, like them
heavy.
boys, like he really just has a team with him of just like very like skilled producers. So
yeah, it's two more of them too, right?
Yeah, it's him, Keys, Taurus, and then Weezy, and then
Turbo.
But yeah, man, I love it. I feel like it's better than his last, which is showing growth. Yeah, man. Favorite tracks. Are we doing that now or?
Nah, you can go ahead and give your take on it, Dave.
I mean, yeah, like for me, it was very, like I said, no skips. Like you can play it all the way through. And when I was listening, I was just like, it was such like I know he recorded in Jamaica, and it kind of felt like he really did. Like you could feel.
It was different, right? It wasn't just Atlanta shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was Atlanta shit, but it had
a flavor to it.
Yeah.
It had a different flavor to it that was very tropical. You know what I mean? Like, and he expressed that. You know what I mean? Like
that word has always been funny to me. I don't know.
For real. It was very it was different. It was very euphoric too. Like I fucked with it hard. But. I don't know if I could say like it's like my favorite like project from him because Drip Season 3 is just it's just oh man, it's amazing. It's amazing. But this was amazing. This was great, like in its own way, like top to bottom. Can't say anything else.
I'd agree. For the most part. Yeah, man. Because he said in interviews that Wanna is like his alter ego. So, why'd you make that face now?
His alter ego is Wanna. To like, what the fuck?
What's so funny about that?
Gunna and Wanna is your alter. That's his corny dog. I don't care. What's your? Please tell me what consists of your alter ego.
Bro, you guys listen, man. You gotta watch for yourself.
One of them likes to go outside.
See him explain it. I can't explain it better than he can explain it, but you just gotta see what he's saying about it.
I really have to give him like his interviews and listen and all that because like. For you to say you have an alter ego is I don't know. That's
not necessarily an alter ego, but another side of him. Because he said he's a Gemini. Geminis, people are known to say they have two sides to them. Yeah. So that's why the whole theme of the album, the horoscope theme. The album looks like the horoscope or whatever. I don't know what the Gemini sign is specifically, but it could be something related to that. Yeah, because he said it's like a more personable album. That's why I asked you what Substance means to you, because you definitely learn more about him on this album than I've learned on any other album. And he said, and like, because like even when you see in a documentary, like he's more like playing around, like socializing with his friends, like just doing like normal people shit. So he said that like Wanna like. That's the other side of him to where Gunna is like the star who's just all about clothes and drip, and that's all he talk about because that's what his other series are. That's why he didn't put drip at all in this album. All his other series, Drip Season or Drip or Drown. This one is just Wanna. So when like I said, you just have to get the whole rollout to it.
So, it's just a thing. It's just a thing to who he is as an artist. It's not, you know what I mean? There's not like I feel you love artists who everything has to be. You have to take everything to where you can impact it, where it's impactful to your life, where it's something you can take and apply to your life. And I respect that. I respect that from you. But that doesn't mean like an artist is bad if they don't necessarily do that with their music. You know what I mean?
I get that.
Like that's the
reason I say it's corny is because it rhymes and it's like.
What do you want me to give you the acronym?
Yeah, please. That would be a lot better. Like the
acronym for one is wealthy, unapologetic nigga, naturally authentic.
And then what's Gunna? Is it Gunna? Gunna is just Gunna.
Yeah.
I can respect that, and I was like, now that's one of.
This is the thing. I was teetering on saying what it was because I'm like, he can either go completely left with this, or he can be like, I understand. So I know,
yo, because it's like yeah, Kendrick's alter ego is Bendrick, so it's like what? It's like excuse me, huh? Like nah, bro.
Bendrick,
like,
big
no,
B,
please tell me something.
But that's why they're two different artists. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? They're two different types of artists. Kendrick would never do that. He's not that type of artist.
But so I would say my top 5 if we at that point right now. I'd go Gimmick definitely. Gimmick.
Yeah, Gimmick is tough.
OD. Gimmick, Met Gala, Nasty Girl / On Camera. I say Phoenix and Dollars on My Head. That's that's my top.
I got some of the same ones. I got a couple different ones though.
Well, I like Fire and Do Better too. But yeah, I'm gonna just go with those 5.
So you did 5?
Yeah.
I got Argentina, number 1. Dollars on My Head, MLTW. Crazy. Don't Play Around. And Do Better. Oh no! Rockstar Bikers and Chains. My bad. Rockstar Bikers and Chains.
With the Roddy feature.
Yeah.
Nah, that's Cooler Than a Bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, Cooler Than a Bitch.
That's Cooler Rich.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Rockstar Bikes and Chains is tough.
Yeah.
Bikers and Chains.
For me, I got Argentina, Money on the Way, Met Gala, Top Floor, and then that 5th I'll probably put. It's either a tie. It's a tie between Cooler Than a Bitch and Nasty Girl / On Camera.
Yeah, Nasty Girl / On Camera is tough. I didn't really care for the first part at first until I seen the documentary with the video and all that. Yeah. And that made me like it more. But On Camera was always higher to me. The last minute of the song?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? How many tracks?
18.
How many minutes?
I'm gonna watch.
50, I think.
50 minutes.
I'm gonna watch the doc, and then I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
Yo, no. What you should do? Watch the doc. Either watch the doc or watch his interview with Rob Markman.
I'm gonna watch the doc.
Yeah. Watch the doc.
Yeah, it's 2 parts. They're both like 8 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch the doc. Then I'm gonna listen to it. Then I'm gonna give my take.
Yeah, and this is the first project he's done any sort of press for, like as far as interviews and the whole rollout and all that. Because he didn't really have that for Drip or Drown 2 that I can remember.
Yeah.
He didn't really have it for Drip Season 3. I don't think it was a big rollout for Drip Too Hard with him and Baby. It was just like they posted the cover art and they about to make a collab.
Yeah.
So just seeing him go through that whole process, like as a star artist, and like if you seen him in the videos with Thug, where he was just a cameo in the video, like nobody knew who he was, just skinny Gunna with glasses, just back there. And now he's like this A-list star artist, B-list, A-list, whatever you want to call him.
Facts.
That's just a great come-up story to me.
OD.
So you gotta respect it.
Shout out to Thug, man, too. Shout out to Thug.
Yeah, Thug, man.
Thugger.
Okay. Did y'all peep with Freddie Gibbs?
I was just about to go there.
Nah, what happened?
Because
I was just about to go there.
It was actually 2 things this week. Well, since we was talking about Gunna, basically like a clip came out with Gunna on Crime Stoppers.
Oh yeah, I saw that. But it wasn't Crime Stoppers though.
What was the name of the show then?
Well, yeah, just go with the point.
Yeah,
though.
it was just like it was from the news article I seen. It was like talking about Crime Stoppers, and it was basically like an interview. It was like it was talking about how I think it was Gunna's cousin or somebody he was rapping with.
His cousin.
Yeah, they caught a charge or whatever, and he was on TV like sitting there having like I was like kind of like an interview, like asking him what happened or something. And it was weird
Did you see the clip?
Yeah, I saw the clip, and it was weird. It was like he ain't really. I ain't gonna say he was snitching, but he wasn't. Well, yeah. But he looked very comfortable talking about things with.
But it's like this, like how he explained, and that's one of the things he was talking about on the Breakfast Club interview. Because Charlamagne asked him like, what was up with that? He's basically coming from a position of my cousin is locked up for some shit he ain't do. I don't know about what happened, but I know my cousin didn't do it. That's what I got from watching it. I didn't get a vibe that he was snitching. You know what I mean?
I didn't get it either, but it was like...
And especially for what the charge was that I heard, I think it was like a little girl got killed or something like that. Yeah. So that's definitely something where you will want to clear up your cousin's name.
Right.
Especially if you know that he's not that type of person and y'all close, bro. He ain't snitch.
Yeah, I get that. But
if you know the real definition for what snitching is.
Yeah. I know street niggas, and it's like even being comfortable sitting down talking to that person is like you automatically gonna get the side eye like you doing like.
Well, I feel like you're gonna get the side eye from people who don't really know what snitching is.
Right. And who really aren't involved in that type of life, and they're just looking from the outside.
Any street dude see you comfortable talking to police officers or talking to
reporters about police officers?
Yeah, that wasn't a cop, bro. It was like a CNN segment
or a reporter about a crime. They're still going to look at you sideways. They ain't saying you.
They're going to depending on who you are, they're going to look at you sideways.
Right, and like how he said,
it matters depending on who you are.
But like how he said also on the Breakfast Club, he said that if he was really a snitch, there would be paperwork on his name. He said anyone that knows the definition of a snitch, you can type it in. You can type in his government name and see if there's, court papers. And there's none of that. So that's why it's like you call him a snitch, like.
But I'm saying like coming from.
I know some niggas will look at that and be like, yeah.
Okay, so coming from a street nigga, what Freddie Gibbs was the street nigga who spoke up and said something, right? What did Freddie Gibbs say exactly?
He said if. He's like, if you in a show called Crime Stoppers and you sitting there doing an interview, I'm looking at you like a snitch.
Yeah.
And it ain't no way to, like, but that's how they look at it.
Right.
And it's like, I get it. He doesn't mean he said nothing, but.
And then academics came back at Freddie Gibbs.
Academics, man.
On Everyday Struggle. He basically was saying that Freddie Gibbs' tweet was ignorant. Because it didn't really apply to like the situation that Gunna was speaking on Crime Stoppers if that was the show. Mm-hmm. And then Freddie Gibbs, he did his little IG story rant, basically saying that he didn't say anybody's name. So, he's not saying it was Gunna. I don't think he said Gunna's name, but he's not saying it was Gunna. He didn't say any rapper name. And he's basically calling academics a bitch and like, basically saying like you're not in any position or don't have the credentials to check me on what.
Which is a fact.
Yeah. But then he was like, and I don't got no beef and I'm not really dissing academics because everybody knows he's not that type of person. He wouldn't, what was the exact quote? He said he wouldn't do something.
He wouldn't reciprocate that kind of energy. Like academics, like he on the way out. Because
he said academics wouldn't even bust a grape in a fruit fight, so we know that he's like he's not somebody I would beef with. We don't have any beef, but I just gotta check him.
Sometimes actors need to shut up.
Yeah, man.
Like if you don't know about something, it's okay not to say nothing. Like act feel like he got the right to talk about whatever the hell he want whenever the hell he want. That's why so many artists who like have been in the streets, real shit, like do not fuck with act.
Like what was that one Drake line when he was like basically to sum it up, like niggas talking, but they haven't contributed to any of this. You know what I mean? Like,
bro, there's so many people who don't fuck with act because like you literally sit in the house on your computer surfing the internet looking for things to talk about like with rappers like.
And what I think is slimy too is just like the whole that rapper that we don't want to talk about that was locked up, but like with that it's like okay, that's your best friend, you know what I mean, but you're covering this case like
bro,
still a
and
reporter,
he's still covering his content on his page too.
It's just like bro, like if you like where you
and I don't even follow him.
Where are your morals? You know what I mean? Like if my man's was going through something real like that, I'm not gonna be check it out guys today. Like you know what I mean? I just don't get a genuine vibe from him. I don't know him. He may be a cool dude, but
he is a basement kid.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Flat out.
On the internet.
Because there are a lot of street rappers who like are cool with him too, though. So it's a matter of like.
But are they cool with him, or do they know that he has that platform?
Yeah, like Casanova. Because him and Casanova had beef at first, but then now all of a sudden, like, they're cool.
I think Casanova sees him for what he is.
Exactly.
He sees him for what it is. And I won't say they're cool.
Like, if you're somebody that takes him too seriously, then yeah, you're going to have beef and be commenting on everything. But at the end of the day, no matter what you say to him, he's going to post what he wants on his page, and the kids are going to suck it up and feed into it.
Just take a high road with some people just because you know that their perspectives are just not just where they should be type thing. And you know what I mean? They just think, foolishly.
Sometimes
so it is what it is.
I feel like sometimes you gotta
let them be. You gotta let them be for sure.
But I do like the fact that Freddie Gibbs said that, and this is something that Herb said about academics too. Like me, I would never beef academics. Me beefing with academics doesn't give me any street cred.
Right.
It doesn't stamp on how much of a man or anything I am, because everybody knows he's not a tough guy. He's not like that. So I fuck with that take from it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna check him, but I'm gonna just let y'all know I would never beef with him and I'm not trying to get any buzz off of this. I'm not trying to be like a tough guy. The best way to
beef niggas like that is to just ignore them, because what they thrive off is you beefing with them, or they thrive off that conversation of people looking at his name more. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. The same thing with this dude. Like, if everyone were to ignore him, you know what I mean? Like, he would go away. But that's the real way you beef people like that. Trolls. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, there's no real way to beef a troll other than to not letting them know that you affect them. Like, when they don't affect your world, then it's like, okay, they have nothing else to do.
Yeah, I definitely 100% agree with that. It's just they also have to. There are going to be consequences to their actions.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, people still going to be looking for 6ix9ine. So it's like if I'm not, let's say, quote unquote, somebody beefing with Act, like, yeah, they may not acknowledge it like via social media, but if they see him in person and they punch him in the face,
yeah, that's valid.
And that comes with just being a media. Like, if you out here just talking shit about rappers and shit, you gotta know what comes with that. Like, well, you're known for just like being.
Yeah, that's why he don't leave the house.
Yeah.
That's exactly why he doesn't leave the house. The only time he leaves the house is when he would go to Complex Con. And that's because he works for Complex. So obviously they're going to protect him.
That's why, like, what we do is like not what they do. Like, we talk about shit we like, and if we don't like it, we don't shit on that person. You know what I mean? We just state our opinion. That type of shit is like gossip. You know what I mean? Like tearing other people down. This weird shit, like,
bro,
like
that's
you said,
nothing. He only posts the negative stuff.
Yeah,
like somebody could be going crazy all year, and then as soon as they catch a case, all of a sudden you want to post that.
He has beef with Pierre. Like, for you to have beef with Pierre, you must be a real dick, bro.
Pierre. Pierre not gonna beef with him.
No, Pierre ignore him, but it's like
the person who he does have beef with is Vic Mensa. I remember Vic Mensa came.
Vic motherfucking.
Yeah, and the thing is, bro, I remember Vic Mensa came on Everyday Struggle.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he was like, "Act, I would or I should smack you." Da da da. And like I'm sitting, like I had the same take as Herb and Gibbs and them have on Act as far as like
you don't look tough.
Yeah, bro. Like you don't look tough trying to bitch Act, bro.
Right.
And
on camera,
and you saying, bro, I would smack you, but you're not smacking where you're not going to.
It's just like, bro,
isn't tough, so you don't look tough from saying that.
Right.
It's like such an easy trap.
You don't get points for that, bro.
Wasn't he talking about his cousin?
Right.
Huh? Wasn't he talking about his cousin that who passed away or something like that?
It was an overall Chirac shit. Like, Act was mocking it. You know what I mean? All he was covering it in a mocking way. So he's coming from the point like, yo, this is real people I know. You know what I mean? These are real lives that you're just.
Yeah, I think one of the dudes he covered might have been his cousin. But the thing is, why didn't you? There's pre-production. You see him in the green room. Why didn't you have that energy before that? Right. Why do you have that energy when you get on camera? Because if it was really
that publicity though. You need that publicity.
Yeah, but I'm just not that type of person. So
yeah, I would just not talk to him. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do an interview if I know like it's somebody that like people like a lot of like even with Meek, like I feel like Meek fell into that with 6ix9ine. Like, bro, we all know like you know what I mean? You're Meek. You know what I mean? Like, don't even respond to him, bro. Like, because you responding to him is only continuing his run of press and all this bullshit.
But the thing. I definitely agree with that because I was saying the same thing, but then I forgot. I think Wayno might have made the point on Everyday Struggle was Meek kind of had to respond because what 6ix9ine is attacking and what he's basically trying to tear down is the street code and the street culture and the credibility of being like a real person, like a quote unquote real nigga. And that's what Meek is looked at to, you know, people coming up from the areas we come up from. But if 6ix9ine just blatantly, you know, he's basically blatantly disrespecting that system, I keep saying this man's name, but blatantly like, snitching, saying that it was cool, trying to justify why he did. That goes against everything artists like Meek, Pusha T, all them represent, So
yeah, but that's why shutting him out.
Stand up.
But that's why shutting him out is more effective, bro. Like, ignore that nigga, bro. You talking about him is only getting what he wants. Of course, he knows Meek is a man of better character, better artist, all that. We all know. He knows that. You know what I mean? Like, he knows Meek is better than him in all those aspects. So it's like, bro, you're falling right into his hand. Because all he wants you to do is tweet some shit with his name. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just so he can have something else for people to talk about. Oh, now he's beefing with me. You know what I mean? Like, it's so simple. It's like so simple, but people just keep falling into it. Like, stop giving this clown like the attention.
Yeah.
I feel like in that case with Meek, it's definitely like, it's best for him to not beef with him. I say if it was like a lower level artist type shit, he should have Lil Goonies. If that's what he want to do, he should have. They should be the ones confronting him type shit. Like, it shouldn't be Meek. Meek shouldn't even be addressing that dude.
Right.
It's not worth it. It's like, cause he only it reminded me of the Jay Prince when he was telling Drake when he was beefing with Pusha T. He was like, yo, if you get in the playpen, you only gonna get dirty. So it's like 6ix9ine
Jay Prince, man.
Yeah, like 6ix9ine is just covered in filth. Like, everything is trash. Like, if you even engage with him, it's only gonna bring down your name.
Yeah.
So it's like it's not even worth it. That publicity right there, it ain't where it's at. Because everybody know, like, we need to be ignoring this nigga because it's nothing. It's nothing there. Like,
yeah,
that shit gonna be done. I'll be surprised. Like, that shit gonna be done. I give it a year and a half,
bro. I get shorter than that because it's already been dying down to me.
Yeah, because you could tell how bad he's reaching for attention. Like, he's reaching really, really hard, and it's like people are not biting it. I'm like texting people who were really fans of him, and they're like, yeah, he looking kind of goofy right now.
like everybody who diss him has been saying facts. Like, my nigga, you will never be outside. We will never see you at any of these events. You know what I mean? Like, and if we do see you, you are heavily secured, like fucking Fort Knox. You know what I mean? Like,
you're gonna get followed home everywhere you go. You're gonna have to move every month, bro. Like, if you go,
you have to move twice in 1 week. 3 days, matter of fact. Twice in 3 days.
On the other hand, the sad reality, he can have a career just from his crib. He don't have to.
So. The thing is, bro, I'm perfectly fine with him having a career underground. I just don't want him to be constantly in the spotlight all the time, and I gotta see people sending shit like in my group chats all the time about 6ix9ine, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want him to be relevant. But on the other things,
yeah.
Did y'all end up watching the Nelly and Luda joints? As Nelson touched on it earlier.
I saw some clips.
Yeah.
Nelson?
Shit was lit.
Yeah.
I
didn't watch that shit.
I watched clips. And
Luda got the old Bush.
Yeah, I don't know. It bring back the nostalgia. Like, I'm thinking about when A$AP Rocky said he brought Air Force Ones. He made them popular. But
do you think that that's true now?
I mean, accidentally with his single.
But how I look at that. See, we're going
Nelly definitely. Say
what you gotta say, bro.
But how I look at that, yeah, Nelly brought that shit. Nelly made that shit hot off rip, but it died down a few years. I feel like Rocky brought it back in a sense, but of course Nelly was the first one. I
don't know people who stopped wearing them.
All right, so this is the thing we need to distinguish right now.
He made it hype for white people.
There's a difference between the Air Force Ones, like the lows, the quote-unquote G-Fazos, and then there's the Uptowns.
Right. I wasn't seeing Uptowns all like that.
Yeah, we talking about, like, what is it, the mids or the highs with the strap.
Right. Yeah,
we're not talking about the lows, apparently.
Yeah, that's Nelly got all that. You know what I mean? Like,
A$AP was talking about the Uptowns.
Bro,
the only ones he could have been talking.
Bro, when he came out, he was wearing he was wearing them joints with the strap. I think he just mean like he brought them shits back. Like,
he brought them to white people. I started seeing white girls wearing Air Force Ones after maybe from Rocky, probably. But before then, I don't know. I can't get it.
There was one time like,
don't defend him. Please don't defend him,
bro. No, I'm not defending him. I'm saying he did make an impact to when he was wearing Air Forces. Like Nelly definitely, he was the root of it for sure, no question. It never died once when he, it never died.
It just was lower.
Bro, Jordan, there was a point in time when Jordan, there was a point in time Air Force Ones was the hottest shit out. Like, over Jordans, over, like, everything, bro. You know what I mean? But then there was a point in time where it wasn't. So, the fact that, like, it's starting to creep up again, it's like, yo.
I don't know. I've never been in a time where ones wasn't like, oh, you got ones on, oh, them shits ain't hot.
See, my class was different.
It was always,
it's not gonna be they not
the
hot,
generic,
but,
white, all
people
whites.
wasn't. No, matter of fact, I'll never forget. I think it might have been freshman year in high school. Me and motherfucking Jovan had on a pair of crispy ones, bruh. And I remember who it was, but I'm not gonna say who it is.
You gotta tell me after this shit.
Yeah, I'll tell you after. They was like, yo, y'all still wear ones? Y'all still got on ones?
Yeah, it was a taboo, bro. It was taboo.
The thing is, me and Jovan was roasting him to the point where he was like, he could never say that shit again. But we like, the fact that somebody actually said that, you still wearing ones. Bruh,
people that didn't have swag.
I was getting a pair of ones for school. That was part of the rotation.
That was from ever since I've been in school. Like, yo,
but that was the thing. People that did not have swag were the main ones hating on ones because they thought they were just old. You know what I mean? They didn't know that you could rock them shits with anything.
Facts.
That's I don't know. That shit like that like annoys me because it's like, bro, like if you just because you don't know about it before, like you can't say, oh, so and so made these hot. Like I feel like that's where
how do we even get on this topic though?
We were talking about the Nelly and
Nelly making the song, but it's just like bro, just because you just learned about it there, like don't mean that they made it hot or put it on. Like them shits been rocking. Like
yeah. So to wrap it up, who would you say won that battle though? I see a lot of people saying it was Luda. I heard that Nelly Wi-Fi was messing up in the beginning.
Luda walk away with that joint. Like,
what is that?
I only saw like a 30-second clip, so I can't see.
Yeah, that's all I saw.
Most of the clips I saw was Luda, so it looked like he was dominating. I mean, I don't know if it was close or.
Yeah, he won that. It was because it's like Nelly has smash like songs like joints that went diamond, but it's like when it comes to those like other. Like all that, like
Luda has a more consistent catalog.
Yeah, he got more consistent joints where it's like, oh yeah, Nelly, you gonna take those 5, but Luda about to take.
Yeah, I heard like once Nelly's Wi-Fi got together, it started off where Nelly was wilding, and then from then on, like Luda just kind of took over.
Yeah, like because you forget, you'll forget how many songs he really had because
Luda's certified, bro.
So you said Jagged Edge and 112
tomorrow
on Monday.
Damn.
Yo, Dirk and Herb had a little IG live celebration last night.
I heard about that.
It only lasted like a half hour though, because it was supposed to start at 8, I think, but I've completely forgot about it. Then I got a notification at like 9:30. You know, they randomly send them joints so and so's on live. I was like, oh snap, I could tune in. Mm-hmm. So I tuned into it, and then for the first like 15 minutes, bro, the man's Herb couldn't get anything together. But the thing is, it was funny though, because they was just like talking, like joking with each other and shit. But while Herb's like trying to get his audio together, I'm like, how do we expect 2 hood motherfuckers to be able to even work the internet? And then literally after I was thinking that Herb was like, bro, I don't even know how to work this shit. I be losing phones. I can't work iPad, iPod. I don't know how to do none of that.
That's funny as hell.
But nah, yeah, because originally they were supposed to play each other's records. Yeah. But I guess somehow they didn't end up doing that. But for the half an hour it was on, I was vibing. That joint was lit. Yeah, and then they just randomly cut out.
Damn. Word.
So we could definitely get into this Joe Rogan deal. That definitely needs to be talked about.
Facts. The $100 million man.
So yeah, Joe Rogan just announced that he signed a Spotify deal exclusively with Spotify starting September 1st. It's going to be the audio, right? Mm-hmm. And then by the end of the year, he'll have video and his full catalog on Spotify. And right now, Spotify doesn't have a video portion of their app, but obviously, if they just sign Joe Rogan, they're planning to add one.
By January, right?
Yeah, definitely. So what do y'all think of that, man? 3 years, they said the deal is. It's a licensing deal. They don't own any of his content. He still owns his content. They're just licensing it for this 3 years. They said it could be anywhere from I've seen anywhere from 100 to 200 mil. They said somewhere around here. Some people are saying more. But I don't know. Yeah. So just what do y'all think, man? This changed the podcasting game.
That shit isn't fucking credible.
Yeah. This changed the game.
Because it's like, yo, it's letting you know how much you're valued. Like, it's letting you know your value. Like at the top of that's an NBA. Like them NBA contracts, them is NBA numbers for 3 years.
3 years, bro.
For you to sit and talk and be yourself. Authenticity go a long way, boy.
Yeah, he was already making a lot of money at YouTube.
Bro, he's making $30 million a year.
A lot of money.
Yeah, they were saying for his podcast, he was making like anywhere from 30 to 50 mil a year. Well, not a year. This past year, he made anywhere from 30 to 50 just off of the podcast.
And the shit is crazy because like just seeing how big he got, you know what I mean? Like when I first started watching him was years ago, you know what I mean? I thought I was a weirdo watcher. I didn't think anybody was really tuning into him. Like I just thought I randomly came across him.
You put me on it, Joe.
Yeah, he put me on too.
Yeah, so it's just like when he first started, bro, it was literally like him and his man sitting on the couch like us, and they would just smoke and just talk about whatever, you know what I mean? And people gravitated towards that. And just seeing how big he got, because like, no lie, I've seen every episode, damn near, almost, you know what I mean? Most of them.
He's not lying.
But it's just like,
he's not lying. It's mad episodes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if y'all don't know, just to cut you off, if y'all don't know who Joe Rogan is, then y'all should just look the shit up.
Yeah.
But Joe Rogan, he has a Joe Rogan Experience podcast, the biggest podcast in the world. Just signed a deal with Spotify.
Yeah.
And continue.
AKA Fear Factor host.
Yeah.
To put you in perspective.
AKA UFC commentator.
Right.
And he's also a famous comedian.
Yeah.
Man of all trades.
Yeah, man. So it's just crazy. I don't even remember how I like found him. I was just scrolling one day, saw him, was watching him, but just seeing how, you know, like you said, him just being authentic. And you know, it's rumors that like the motive behind what he did was more, you know, for a greater cause. You know, YouTube is going crazy with the censorship. Mm-hmm. If they don't agree with what video you're putting out, they'll just take it down. You know what I mean? And when Joe Rogan first started his show, he would be able to go on the internet. You'd be able to see him surf the web. They'd be able to talk whatever. And then as YouTube got bigger, more censorship. So the rumor is that he was tired of that, and he wants to be to do what he wants. And apparently, the contract he signed with Spotify was pretty much like, yo, you're going to let me say whatever I want. You're going to let me do whatever I want. You don't have any input on who I have on. And my first guest is going to be Alex Jones. Like, that's the rumor. So,
bro, do you remember you were like, bro, we were watching the app, and you were like, yo, I feel like he's been like changing, bro. Like ever since when
I thought he was, man.
You were like, yo, I feel like something's different, bro. And now we see this, so
yeah. So,
I think you're gonna, you know, I think you see why.
Yeah, man. I'm happy for him, man. Because
Yeah,
like
definitely.
he said, he didn't plan any of this shit. It happened organically. Him just fucking around with his friends, you know what I mean? And he has a great power.
Well, hey, it looked like he didn't plan it. You never know. Production is a motherfucker. like behind the scenes, he definitely might have had some stuff. He definitely was strategizing, but from the viewer, it looks like
he said the one day
he knew somebody.
The one day he said the moment he realized it was a big deal was when he had a stand-up show, and he asked the crowd, how many of y'all listen to the podcast, and the whole place was going crazy, and he thought to himself like, yo, this is getting fucking crazy, like this is getting big. So that's like, you know what I mean, like he's been doing it for a while. So
maybe in stadiums or his stand-ups too. So be opening for Chappelle.
Yeah, man.
I say a shout out to Joe Budden too, because like Spotify didn't have podcasts before Joe Budden podcast.
That's a fact, bro.
That's like really,
that's a fact, bro.
And I'm sure
really
Joe Budden
crazy,
and I'm sure Joe Budden is gonna get a bigger bag now.
Oh yeah,
I feel like Joe Budden
definitely about to re-up.
He gonna
What'd you say?
Yeah, bro. Like podcasts is shifting mainly. They're focusing on podcasts now. Like, bro.
And not to cut you off, I'm sure that Joe eventually signing a Spotify deal played a part into Joe Rogan eventually signing one too. Because I'm sure Spotify hit Joe Rogan up before, but it's like because of YouTube now censoring all this stuff, he see how. I'm sure he's aware of Joe Budden and them, and then Bill Simmons has a podcast on Spotify. What's the one? It's another lady.
Not Amy Schumer.
Yeah, Amy Schumer. Yeah, Amy Schumer. To where like their podcasts have still been able to like they're still able to be them. Like you know what I mean. So that's why I think Joe Rogan made it a point when he made his announcements to like where nothing is going to change. Literally everything is going to be the same. They're just licensing the content for these. He said multi-year, but it's come out that it's 3 years.
And if he wants to go back to how he had it, he can do that.
Yeah, that shit is really lit. Like this one thing. Like I'm like I peep. It's like the Joe Budden podcast, they kicked the door down for a ridiculous amount of podcasts to really get to the bag. Like, they were not offering no numbers like this.
Yeah.
And it's like a big ass company, like it's about $1 billion company, readjusted their entire like financial structure to based on podcast, like on this. Like, you gotta measure that's how you really like measure your influence. Like, this $1 billion company just changed their whole setup because of what I did. Like, they can renegotiate based off that alone. Not even just saying that y'all gave Joe Rogan this much money. And then it's like, one thing I peeped too was like, okay, let's say the deal with Joe Rogan was $100 million, right? Once Spotify got reevaluated, their like estimated worth
jumped
was
10%, right?
Yeah, $5 billion, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Jumped 10%.
they made an investment for $100 million, and that shit, that's 50 times. Like, their company got 50 times value. That's just even letting you know, like, okay, yeah, like they gave you $100 million, but you really worth damn near $1 billion, dude.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's why a lot of people are saying that it's probably worth more than 100. Yeah, and there's probably other incentives and bonuses after.
Dude, 100 is the baseline.
Yeah, he could really make anything to like bro, 500 mil. I heard, bro.
You sitting in front of a camera and a microphone is worth $1 billion.
Years, bro.
Crazy.
For 3 years, it's worth $1 billion. Like,
and you know, but it also says a lot about the world we live in, because think about it. Joe Rogan got to where he's at for being real, because all these, you know what I mean, all these stations and shit, they aren't being real. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And people were hungry for someone that's not bullshitting. Yeah. Don't lie to me. You know what I mean? Just keep it real. And that's what Joe Rogan did. You know what I mean? Not knowing that he was needed. You know what I mean? For that. You know what I mean? So now I view him as the face of this shit. Because if he really did do that,
he definitely is. Yeah. Even Joe Budden and them said that he's the big shark in this podcast game. And Spotify now has the big shark.
Yeah. That's one thing. I just, in a moment of transparency, like, I had time to listen to the Gunna album. Like, I could have listened to it. I could have been like, yeah, it's cool. I like these songs, this song. Nah, like, I didn't want to listen to it. But it's like, it's me being authentic, and it's creating kind of like, no, like, this is how I feel. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna talk about it next week.
Bro, you can listen and do shit on your own time.
Bro, it's just like being. I respect with it. I respect.
It took me like a week to listen to the Nav album.
Yeah, bro, it be like that, and it's like, bro, I don't know. That shit get me excited.
Like, bro, podcast bag, man.
Bro, but like, bro, if YouTube is smart, man, they're gonna lose money off the shit. If you keep trying to like censor people and don't let them say something because you disagree with them. I'm not political at all, you know what I mean? I don't care about none of that. But right is right, you know what I mean? If they're not promoting violence, you know what I mean, or whatever, you don't have a right to pull someone off, you know what I mean, for no reason. And Joe Rogan doing that is like a domino effect, because people gonna be like, wait a minute, why am I sitting here where I'm basically like censored, where I can't say anything, where I can go to Spotify and say whatever the hell I want? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
it's simple.
We're gonna see YouTube change up too, because YouTube's like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're saying like other platforms are gonna start doing these type of deals. Like YouTube is gonna start signing people in to content deals.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. And this is something that we predicted months ago, that the streaming services were gonna become the labels.
Yeah, the tech companies, bro. Like the tech companies is gonna start signing these dudes, because it's no.
Yo, bro. Whoever, if you listen to the pod, man, y'all gotta start sharing our stuff, because we be predicting a lot of shit. And y'all know we do, bro. And we not go not that we looking for credit, but it needs to be known.
Right.
Yeah. You just have amazing intuition.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'll catch it. They'll catch it some years down the line. When they catch the back catalog, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's another thing why they're saying that a lot of the money, like, it's gonna be well over 100, because all of his back catalog is getting taken off of Apple, YouTube, and it's just gonna be on Spotify.
And people watch those today, because a lot of the shit they talk about in the old episodes, they're like, I wonder what'll happen one day when we have drones. Like, back before we had any of this shit, you know, they were talking about everything that happens now. So it's not like you can't watch the old episodes.
Bro, and
you can watch all
what episode is he on right? That's over 1,000 episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Well over.
Yeah. Man, halfway through 1,000, bro.
Right. Well, yeah, and another thing, they were saying that so basically, in order to get a certain amount of, like, I think they said that like 5 billion streams allocates to $1 million, I believe. I think. Well, not allocates to $1 million, but no, they said that Drake on Spotify, Drake is the most streamed artist. Yeah. Like as far as podcasting, music, all that, he's the most streamed person. The deal that Joe Rogan got, the amount of money, like say if it's 100 million, that allocates to way more streams than Drake will have. So let's just say Drake's is 5 billion. Yeah. His 100 million allocates to way more than a total of 5 billion streams.
For sure.
So he's basically the most, as of right now, he's the most streamed person on any platform.
In the world, Craig.
In the world. Off a podcast, bro.
Yeah, bro. Because who just spoke on it? I think Joe Budden spoke on it because like a stream is, I know it's like, the song has to be at least over like 2:15. So I'm thinking like, okay, a podcast is what, 3 hours. So whatever, 2 minutes, 50 seconds, every one of those. So like you got one episode that's 3 hours. So it should be what, however many streams that is.
Yeah, because it varies based on how much a stream is though. Yeah. So I don't really know.
Yeah, well, the only thing that really excites me about all this,
it's definitely less than a penny though.
For me, is just like the fact that Joe Rogan is getting that amount of money. It lets me know, you know what I mean? Somebody that really is a spokesman for just being able to say what you want is getting to Elon Musk money. You know what I mean? Like I know he's gonna do cool shit with that money. Like, you know what I mean? He's gonna open up other doors in other areas because that's just the type of dude I take him for. Because he's a real nigga.
Say what's real, man.
So how do you think this is now going to affect the music industry though, and the artists?
I did.
Because Spotify is now, by making this deal, they basically put their flag in the sand. They're basically like a podcast platform, bro. Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
So you think they're gonna?
That's their primary focus.
So you don't think they're gonna focus on music?
Well, yeah, they'll still have their playlists, and obviously you can upload your music on there. But their primary focus right now is clearly podcasts.
So then that means Apple, the door is going to open for Apple to just go super hard with music.
I don't think they're going to stop. I don't think they're going to stop like fucking with music. Like people are going to always listen.
Not stop.
No. It's just
that's the focal point of their platform now.
Right. So that's the focal point.
I think they could make a major move to kind of like undercut the labels. That in my eyes, because it's like, I'm showing you like you can keep all your, because a lot of people hate the labels because it's like I can't be creative. Right, I can't get exactly. If you could give me people getting deals, they happy with a deal with a like $500,000 up front, and you making it back, so it's like a loan. So it's like why that's silly money. I can throw that to you and I'm getting the money right back with a stream through the streams. So like why not? Why wouldn't I want to sign a huge artist? They would want to sign a huge artist where they could really like benefit from it. But to start off,
I was just about to make that point. It would have to be a big artist because they're proven, they have the catalog. It can't just be some minor artist.
Somebody they know that's gonna come through there. But it's like it puts them in a position to do that, to show like, no, you can keep your creativity and rock with us. Don't worry about the label. Like that, bro, that's one of the biggest things.
So just exclusively release their shit on that platform.
You could. It's free.
But the only thing that's gonna do is as the consumer, they're gonna have to buy more shit. Because now it's like, oh, I want to listen to Jay-Z, I can only listen to him on this. Oh, I want to listen to Ye, I can only listen to him on this. So I'm gonna have to pay for that, buy that.
Spotify free, bro.
Yeah, Spotify free.
Yeah, but I mean, you still have to pay for it to basically listen whenever you want to someone. Because normally the base shit is just like, it mixes it for you.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
like a station.
I thought it just had ads.
Playlist you automatically is on shuffle.
Yeah.
You can click an album and listen to it straight through though. It just gonna play ads through shits. But most people are gonna be like, I don't want to hear no ads, so they pay.
Right.
So yeah, because I got all three. I mean, I probably made a couple different emails for Tidal. Before Jay-Z put Reasonable Doubt on Apple Music, I was literally just making an email to go on Tidal to listen to Reasonable Doubt. I do have Spotify, but I don't pay for it. So I got all three. So it's not really like if you're a music or
I
like
just mean
a content.
If like all these tech companies start branching off and doing individual, then you know what I mean? It's gonna be like way more options than just Spotify, Apple, and it's gonna be he's a YouTube artist. Oh, he's a, you know what I mean? There's gonna be a lot of platforms.
Yeah, we gonna see, bro. Cause like we see how hard YouTube going with the censorship. Think of video playing.
I don't they get that's bad business. I don't understand. They're losing money. They're
not worried about. They probably feel like they're too big to fail. It's more so about controlling how people think.
Right. It's all about that.
Yeah. It's definitely not about expressing creativity.
Because when YouTube changed their algorithm, that was an $80 million loss they took, and they took that willingly.
Yeah. What, YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They changed their algorithm basically.
That shit.
But what it did was it basically censored a lot, and it cost them like 80-something million, if I'm correct. Yeah. And they did it. So yeah, you're right. They don't care about it at the end of the day. It's all about the control aspect.
Yeah, bro.
That's some bread.
And I love YouTube because there's so many great people on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, and I just hope they figure out, okay, we're gonna go bankrupt if we keep this shit up.
Yeah. Once Spotify get their videos popping, we gonna see what happen. We gonna see what happen because they have Lior come in to recreate the YouTube music shit. And like Lior is known for the 360 deal. Like you don't get the creative control. You don't get any of your money. Like that's like a big. You got a whole big label head dude running your shit. So why
he left 300 to go there, right? Mm-hmm. And 300 was they still have Fetty at the time doing numbers. They still have Migos. They still got Thug on there, and he left that to go to YouTube Music. So
yeah, bro, they know what they're doing. I'm trying to control. I'm going to control the content. I'm going to make it everything sound like this. I'm going to put it in this little bubble, and we're gonna make our money.
So who do you think would be the first artist to exclusively sign to a streaming service?
Drake.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that.
With who?
Apple.
Nah,
so to where I'm talking about where his content is only on there.
He's not gonna do that.
Only on Apple.
He's too big right now.
I wouldn't be surprised though. With Apple, everybody got iPhones.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, not everybody.
And you can get Apple Music on an Android.
You can?
Mm-hmm. You download it.
I say it'll be Roddy Ricch.
I don't know if he would.
Roddy Ricch?
Shot in the Dirt. I say that because he's one of the newer artists who kind of like broke through to that. Like his album's still like top 10 Billboard type shit.
Yeah, the box is still top 10.
Still streaming crazy. Yeah. He doesn't have all of the like super big. Well, I mean, he got a Grammy now, so like he do got accolades, but it's like he's not. They don't call him like that A1 top tier dude yet.
Yeah.
So it's like if you get an exclusive deal, a new deal, like he's probably renegotiating his contracts right now, because like numbers just did crazy. Like I'm renegotiating. And they're not gonna say no because
I think he's got a pretty because he originally was signed to an independent label, Bird Vision, which is his big homie's label that invested in him and put all the money behind him for him to blow up. And then they did like a joint with Atlantic, I think. Probably. I think he signed to Atlantic.
But so my thing is just like, why not catch a big ass payday at Spotify? And it's gonna stream crazy. They know it's gonna stream crazy.
Roddy.
That's.
Yo, what if when Bobby get out, YouTube's like, yo, we'll give you $100 million if you sign exclusively to YouTube.
Yeah, he gonna take it.
That'd be nuts. So they'll be like, all your videos, we're gonna get money out. You're gonna just sign exclusively to YouTube. That'd be wild.
That'd be fire. What?
He'll get that.
As long as they be like, what if they be like, but you can't have guns in the videos?
They're not gonna say that. They'd never say that.
Yeah, they probably. Looking at the.
But I doubt he will have guns in his video when you first get out. Like right when you get out of prison, you're gonna make videos. Yeah,
it's not gonna be him like and Bobby bitch sliding across a car shooting guns, but I'm sure they'll be around.
I hope not.
But yeah, man, that's definitely that's a big deal. We gotta get this podcast back, man.
That's what I'm saying.
But. So yeah, that's all I got, man. I definitely want to close with that because that's very important, regardless if it's related to music or not.
Money.
Facts, factory. Shit. Tomorrow, the 25th, man. Self Love come out
for a fact.
All streaming platforms. Go get that.
Self Love, Love the Genius.
Love the G. That shit gonna be. I'm excited.
I'm definitely gonna bump it Monday.
Yeah, that shit's gonna be nice. And
like midnight or like
or you can't Monday. Okay. It should be Monday midnight. Okay. So that joint give you a week to play that. Then we gonna keep following that up 30 days after. So right back to it.
All right, man.
Dope.
You know I'm definitely gonna be tuned in.
Yeah,
I've been
it's
tuned
lit.
in.
It's lit.
Dope.
Yo, so what's good with the No Label catalog battle, man? IG Live.
I mean, I'm down to battle whatever.
He said, ain't nothing.
What you? Who we gonna battle, man? Shit, we can fuck around and do Thug and Meat.
Alright.
Nah, I don't know.
He did want that smoke.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm doing it from the No Label page though.
Like Cat.
Well,
Just do a little bit of promotion. We'll see. But all right, man. Y'all ain't got nothing else to say?
man, be safe, y'all.
Yeah, it's beautiful outside.
Continue to watch, subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff, man.
You know, give us some feedback. You know, give us some ideas. Anything you'd like to hear. You know what I mean? Any other content y'all want us to talk about or encourage us to talk about. Anything. Don't be shy at all.
Facts.
You know what I mean? We're some good guys over here. Just come with us with some respect. That's all.
Yeah, man. Stop DMing me your links, man. If you're gonna DM me your link, man, have something behind it to where I know what it is. Because it might be some spam shit and I'm not opening it.
Right. Let us know.
But all right, man. No Label the Pod, episode 26.
Yep.
We out.
Peace.
She watching me like a nigga is cable.